Next up, let's go to Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. All right, so this is Furiosa was introduced in the Mad Max Fury Road, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. Not Gwyneth Paltrow. Charlize Theron. I'm tripping. So it's played by Charlize Theron in Mad Max Fury Road, which honestly, I've seen every Mad Max movie. They were one of my favorites growing up. Mad Max Fury Road might just be my favorite entry in the entire series. I'm sorry. I know it's kind of blasphemy. I know Mel Gibson is so beloved for those roles, and Thunderdome and all that, and like 2-minute enter, one man leaves, all that. Like, I know, I get it. I appreciate everything that they did in the original three. But Mad Max Fury Road, cinematically, music wise, character wise, just intensity and energy that it brought on screen, unmatched. Probably my favorite movie that came out that year. And Furiosa, played by Charlize Theron, was my absolute favorite character in that movie, and probably series as a whole. So when I heard that they were doing a kind of a story centered around her, I was super excited. I think everybody was, and I was fully expecting Charlize Theron to be in it again, and to kind of have it be maybe a continuation of her role now as a leader of that kind of civilization or settlement, and kind of all the troubles that she might run into along the way. Like, it was perfectly set up for that. And then I found out it's a prequel, and he's looking for a younger actress to play a younger version of Furiosa, which left a lot of people's confused when you have a performance and a character done as powerfully as it was in Mad Max Fury Road by a absolutely massive star actress herself, Oscar-winning actress herself. Why would you not want her to reprise that role? It was very confusing. And I'm still confused, even though I still watch Furiosa. But I'm still confused why Charlize Theron is not the one playing her again. But with all that being said, let's check out the trailer.
Whatever you have to do, however long it takes, promise me you'll find your way home. Furiosa, give me this promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Furiosa!
The darkest of angels. The question is, do you have it in you to make it epic?
Chris Hemsworth almost looks unrecognizable. I'm not gonna lie. Took me a minute to like put that together. That's Chris Hemsworth, and that's who he's playing, and that's pretty wild. Like, they didn't do much to him, but those little prosthetics did kind of like change his overall look. Seeing him not as Thor for the first time in a long time is actually kind of dope. Like, I'm interested. Is that him playing Immortal Joe? Is that a young Immortal Joe? Is that who it is? Look, I have no doubt that the visuals and the cinematics and like just the overall feel of the movie are going to be insane, because Fury Road was like one of the most impressive cinematic experiences I've probably ever been in. But character wise and development wise, I don't really know how they can really capture that or improve on what we got from Fury Road. I just think the direction that they should have went with Furiosa should have been in a future direction, not in the past. We kind of got a closure to her whole story in her past and like going home and all that already. I didn't really need to see more of her and Immortal Joe going back and forth. I thought we kind of closed the chapter on Joe. I thought he had his moment, and I think it was a very fitting end to it. I was just more interested to see how she would go now in this new role that she's in. Like, she's free. She's leading a whole kind of settlement of people. There is no home for her to go back to now. Only thing left is the great unknown. We already know what kind of happened in the past and like how she was as a character, and you can kind of guess how she got there. I didn't really need to see it on screen per se. And I'm also saying that because we're not getting Charlize Theron back as Furiosa, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. She was so good in that role. For her not to be reprising it is a travesty. Like, I don't know why he chose to go this direction, but I'll still be there to watch it. I'm just kind of disappointed that we're not getting more Charlize Theron, Furiosa, and kind of like the sequel and the next step. Like, I was always more interested to see how she's gonna kind of hold that position, because people are coming. People are gonna hear that Joe was dead. People are gonna hear that the Oasis is vulnerable. Like, how is she gonna protect it? How is she gonna kind of move forward? What was Max gonna do? Was he gonna come back? Like, that was just infinitely more interesting to me. But it is what it is. It is what it is.